Welcome back to another episode of Home Sweet Home Cooking. I am Rocky, your host. My mother Kathy is here off my side. She'll be joining me in a moment. And today, again in her kitchen, because why not? We are doing another rhubarb recipe. It's towards the end of summer. Rhubarb should be harvested by now. It is a recipe for a rhubarb crunch. Now this is rhubarb or cherry. You could use cherries with this, make a, I don't know, it's kind of like a crummy little crunchy topping thing. You'll see. It sounds delicious. I've never made this.
I don't think I have either. Yeah, I must have.
She must have. But it looks good because I like cherry crunch, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like rhubarb crunch. So we're gonna start with the syrup, so I can get my mom started on that. It is in a saucepan, 1 cup of white sugar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 cup of water. Now we're using frozen rhubarb, and when our rhubarb thawed, some of the juice came out, so I'm going to pour the liquid off the rhubarb first. I don't want that to, you'll see why when I go to assemble the crunch. I don't want the rhubarb to be soggy like this when you'll be putting this right on a bare crust. So I'm going to get the liquid out of there. And Mom, if you can finish filling this cup up to the 1 cup mark.
I can do that.
Okay. And what else goes in here? Oven is preheated, 350 degrees. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla is also going to go in here. Now I've got my teaspoon full, so for the rest of this recipe, you're going to be putting in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in the bowl so I get my teaspoon back. Always want to do the dry before the wet so your teaspoon stays dry while you're doing the dry, otherwise it's going to get all sticky. So, recap. In the syrup, 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 cup of water or cherry juice if you're making the cherry crunch, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and you're going to stir it and cook it until it becomes thick and clear. It's not going to come clear if you have cherry juice or this, but what they mean is that all the everything is dissolved. The sugar crystals are dissolved out, and the cloudiness from the cornstarch is dissolved out. So here you go, Mom. I'll put you in charge of that while I go ahead with the rest of the crust. The crust is 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of brown sugar. I'll get the brown sugar out of the way because I want to pre-measure that before. It's easier to measure flour than it is brown sugar on camera because you're packing the brown sugar. If you're not packing the brown sugar, you're not doing it right. Didn't your mama teach you anything?
Yours didn't.
Yeah, she taught me something. Don't cook with your mama.
There you go.
And 1 cup of flour. And last but not least, oh, not last but not least, I almost forgot. 3/4 cup of uncooked raw oatmeal. And finally, to make the rest of the crust, is 1/2 cup of melted butter. And I'm just going to use a fork. Go ahead and combine this all. And it's going to be a crumbly mixture. Make sure you get all the cinnamon up off the bottom and incorporated well. Normally you put your cinnamon on top, but like I say, I'm doing this for the video, so I kind of did it out of order with the spoons. Alright, so you're going to have a coarse, crumbly mixture. This is dry in there. Let's see some dry in there. It's not mixing with the butter. Okay, so this is what it's going to resemble. You have this coarse, crumbly mixture. That's exactly what it's supposed to look like. You're going to put that into a greased 9x13 pan. Get this stuff out of the way. Half of it is going to go in the pan. You're going to save the other half for the top. Spread it out. And press it in. It's going to be a thin layer. Make sure I got that right there. Yep. And put just a little bit more in there. Fill a few holes. Alright, now, once you got it pressed in, like I say, you just want to get it pressed. It's going to be a thin layer. Alright, it has thickened up. It is cleared up as much as it can, at least as far as the cloudiness goes. It's still pink because of the rhubarb. So now we're just going to sprinkle the rhubarb on top. Going to spread it out into a nice single layer. Make sure you get enough where you got a little bit of rhubarb in every bite. It's not going to make a solid layer. There's going to be a few gaps in there. You just want to eliminate as many gaps as you can, so you get a little bit of rhubarb in every bite is the goal. Alright, and then syrup is just going to get poured on top.
Just perfect, because I did it.
She says. Looks pretty perfect to me though. I'll agree with that. Yeah, I'm pouring gently, because if you just dump it all in there, it's going to push all the rhubarb away from the one spot you poured. So gently pour. And then you can take your remaining sprinkles, your remaining crumb mixer, and just layer it over top. Looks good already. Looks good enough to eat.
Okay, let's eat it.
Alright, 45 to 60 minutes in a 350 degree oven. Just make sure it doesn't get too brown, but that's it. And we'll be back when it's done and take a look at it.
And show you how to eat it.
Yes. It does say to serve with ice cream or whipped cream. Do you have either?
Yes, I have both.
Great. Great. Very great. So we'll be back in a few moments.
Wait.
Alright, it has been out of the oven and sitting for probably 2 hours now.
About that, yeah.
So it's cooled down. I would like it to be a little bit warmer, but it smells delicious. That's what it is. It's not thick. It's a crumble. It's thin or crisp. Now, granted, ours was frozen, so the top would have been crisp. It's still a little bit crisp. It's not as crisp as it could be if you're using fresh rhubarb and you get to it before it sits.
But I showed up for the taste test.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you cut through the bottom. Remember, you pressed it in there, so you gotta make sure you cut through it. Go around the sides. I think I'm gonna go for the middle one first.
Maybe you pressed too much.
No, that came out fine. Alrighty. And a little piece. Can't waste those little pieces. All those little pieces add up to big pieces.
True.
And your ice cream on top.
Or Cool Whip, whatever.
Or Cool Whip. The Cool Whip is downstairs, so we're doing the ice cream. All right. Gotta wait for my mom.
She's slow.
Now I haven't had this in easily 15 years.
I don't think I have either because I haven't had any rhubarb since then.
Easily 15 if not more. So my first bite is just gonna be the crumble, the crisp, without any ice cream. So I wanna taste that deliciousness.
It's terrible.
It's horrible.
Terrible, delicious.
Can't give my dad any.
Right.
Just we'll eat this all before
you get up.
we got supper in the oven. We're eating dessert first. We might not have room for supper.
Well, life is uncertain. You should have dessert first.
This is so good. This is not going to last long in this house.
No.
These rhubarb dishes are something we had all the time in Wisconsin, and we love them. So in our house, they're going to go fast. They're not going to sit here long. And the fact that we haven't had them in so long, we just want to get to them and get more and more and more. All right?
Right.
All right. We've got some more rhubarb recipes that are going to come up. We've got some in the freezer yet. Don't know what they are. We pulled the recipes out, but the recipes somehow got shuffled back in. But we have all the rhubarb pre-cut and measured and put in bags with a list on them, so we know what we're going to. All we have to do is go downstairs, look in the freezer, and we can tell you what we're going to make eventually. But I don't know what they are in front of me because, like I say, the recipes got shuffled. But this one is easy to do. You saw what it was, and no blenders, no stand mixers. You mix it with a fork, so you don't need any special equipment or special mixers, blenders, anything like that. This is an easy one you can do. It takes a saucepan, and you can stir that with a spoon. She used a whisk. You don't have to use a whisk. You need a pan and a fork, and you probably could use the same fork to stir it. So, I mean, it's real easy to make. No reason why you shouldn't try it. Even if you can't get rhubarb, if you want to try it with the fresh cherries, go ahead and do it with the fresh cherries. Just make sure you pit them first, or get pitted cherries. Don't do it with the pits in them. Come on. All right, so that being said, I give this recipe 2 thumbs up. I hope you all like the video and you give it a thumbs up as well. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button down in the corner and hit the little notification bell. That will let YouTube notify you when videos come out. If you just subscribe, they might not let you know when a new video drops. YouTube's algorithms are wonky, to say the least. So make sure you hit the subscribe and notification button. And somebody just posted a video. That was me getting a notification of somebody else posting a video. So that's what will happen. We're glad you took the time to watch this video. Thank you very much, and we will hope you get to see us again. Hope you like the videos enough. We love doing these videos. I love cooking with my mom and eating with my mom. Oh, I'm on a diet, by the way, and I still eat like this. I lost 27 pounds last month. You can see my channel and see the kind of foods I'm eating, but I still lost 27 pounds this month. If I remember, I will put a link below. I'm doing a video diary about my weight loss. I'm also explaining what I'm doing. If somebody else is out there dealing with some food issues and they need to lose some weight and they want to kind of a way where you can still eat good and still lose weight, you can check it out. You don't have to look at the week-to-week ones. Just look at the weigh-in day one. That's the weigh-in day one, and in the beginning video are the ones that explain how I'm doing the diet. So if you want to check it out, please check it out. Feel free to. You don't have to subscribe to that one. That one's not just me really doing a diary about my weight loss for myself. But if y'all want to learn how I'm doing it, you're more than welcome.
What's it titled?
The channel is called Time to Diet. It's DIE-T, time to diet, with an apostrophe in there, because diets kind of feel like you're killing yourself. That's why it's time to die it. But yeah, the link will be down below, and if you want to check it out, that's fine. But this is the channel I want y'all to subscribe to and like and add more recipes to it, because this is the channel that I love doing with my mom. The other one is just me. So thank you, love you guys, thanks for watching.